The first thing I'll do for exercise 4 is make my EX4 document, the one that has the nested list that might indicate the way I'd like to lay out my website. I'll copy a skeleton here. And create a new file with what I have on the clipboard. And there it is. Save as. And I want to put it in my web files folder. Give it a title. Let's save it again, and then open it in the web browser, which I'll give a new tab, Command O, and there's my exercise 4, and good. 2 links, and we have a title. Let's get started. I'm going to make a heading. And you'll note I often put in my structure first before I add the content, just to make sure I have the tags correct. And I'm going to do a paragraph here, so I'll be ready to put in some content. All right, so this is a save it, reload, good. Okay, save it, give myself a little space in the code. I'm going to start out with an ordered list. No, take it back, an unordered list. Okay, UL. And let's close that UL. I'll put some space between it because I know if something's going to be in an unordered list, it has to be within a list item. Good. This is why I like copying and pasting. Save. And I'm option dragging down copies of list items because I'll know I'll need at least a few. So we'll probably have a home page. Let's save that. Let's see what it looks like now. There we have it, home page. How about something like that. Maybe we'll have a gallery section. Perhaps an artist's info. How about about. And I always like to have a contact right on the first page. Let's save it. Let's see what it looks like now in the browser. Very good. Now, we need to play with some other lists in order to make some nested lists. Save it. I've turned on the web page validation in my web developer's toolbar on Firefox. Notice right now we're validating so far. Usually this is a good way, or a good way for me to work anyway, because I can keep checking without having to upload my files. Now often, or almost always, when I'm making nested lists, I'll make two separate lists before I nest them in. Another thing that people will do, and I do too, is I'll indent my code just a little bit. That way I can see where a list opens and where it closes. And now I can have all my list items within it. All right, let's make another list. And like magic, there it is. Let's save it and see what it looks like now. Still validating. Here's my new unordered list. I want it to go in my galleries because she makes several types of art, and these are a few. Some people, and this is a very common mistake, will take their unordered list and put it about in here. All right, let's indent this a little bit. And give a couple of tabs. So now the unordered list is nested between list items. We'll save it. We'll view it. And notice there's an error right away. It looks good. We have a stepped-in list, but it gives you the error. Because the general rule is if it's in a list, it has to be inside of a list item in most cases. So I'm going to move this closing list item tag and put it after. This one. So this whole list now is contained inside of this list item. We'll reload the page. It looks just the same, but now it validates. So that's a common mistake that I make all the time. This time I'll prepare my space first. Give myself a break here, and one more. Grab this list down here, cut it, and paste it in place. Now let me clean it up just a little bit. You don't have to indent your code. Nobody really cares that much, but sometimes it can help you in terms of the way you view it, and if you can see your mistakes a little bit easier. Let's save this. So notice I've got unordered list starting and closing, a nested list that starts and closes, and then a third sub-nested list that starts and closes. It's saved. Let's see what it looks like. And you can see now the way the browser automatically changes the types of bullets that it uses. And you can also see it kind of gives a structure and outline about how my website might be set up. Let's see how this looks when it's all finished. I've added another nested list just to show some things about the artist. And I think we're about done with this page. I'm going to make sure it's saved. And get ready to make my index page. See you there.